Okay, fellas, I'm gonna show you how to create your own website. Well, get your website up rather. I would like to make a notice that this has been brought to you by Lil Nate 22. So if it's been posted by someone else saying they made it, we're gonna have problems. Anyhow, let's get started. First thing you need to do is download a web page. So there's a couple posts on here on how to create a web or how to install a website, but it doesn't really go step by step. So we'll go first. Let's look at some websites. There's a couple out here that I like. I try to keep it basic, nothing fancy. Just anything that whatever fits your boat, you can download. This is the one that I use right here. This is the one that I used. Why? Because I liked how it was simple. It's easy to modify. It looked nice too. So that's the one I had. Okay, here's a precaution. Do not use this worthless excuse for a website. It's called Krillin's Blizz-like front end. I mean, it's a good website, don't get me wrong, but if you're running it off your computer, let me show you an example of what happens if you're running it off your computer. Watch. Now I have a pretty damn fast internet too. Look how long it takes to load. I mean, Krillin was he using a host? I mean, he's using a host, and I think he's using a host, and even with a host, it's taking pretty damn while to load. But if it's on your computer, yeah, it's gonna be ages for it to load. So don't use this site. Anything else will do. And plus, that site is really complicated to load up. So stay away from that. So download whichever website you want and extract it, and make sure it usually comes in zipped, and unzip it. So here's the one that I downloaded right here. As you can see, now what you're gonna do is edit your config file. Open your config.php with a notepad and set your this is what default comes in right here. What you gotta do is change it to your password and username. So I'll just type in username and password. Okay, so that's what you do. You edit it and make sure you have your database right. Username, set your username and password. That's the one that you set up at first when you start MySQL. If you use a repack, it's most likely going to be root and Antrix 9 out of 10 times. You should change it, but if you don't, yeah, you might probably get hacked. But anyway, put your username and password right there where it says that. Oops. Go ahead and undo. Okay, username and password where it says, and make sure you save it. I'm not gonna save it because I don't need to. What you're gonna do is copy this whole thing, and then go to your Apache, the thing that launches Apache. I'm running a brain fart over here, but it's usually examp, appserve, whatever it is. So right now I'll show you how it's done with appserve. Oh, actually examp, my bad. So during examp, just go here, go to htdocs, and what you're gonna do is paste it on here. Let's just say paste. There we go. Paste. I'm gonna say no, but you guys should say yes. Yes to all. So you overwrite everything. Cancel. Alright. So once that's pasted, what you're gonna do is go back out to Apache. Go to config. Go to the thing called HTTPD. Right over here. It's usually around here. Go here. Open it up with a notepad. As you can see, I've already pre-done it. So go open with notepad. Alright, what we're gonna do is make sure this is set right. Okay, right here. As you can see, this by default it's gonna be at port 80. But the problem with port 80 is actually a lot of router models will manually block port 80 because it's supposed to be some security risk or whatever. But yeah, it will be blocking port 80. So what I would like to do, and what I would like you guys to do, is change it to a different port. Right now I use port 8245. So let's put it at 8245 and save. So Control S. go back over, and what we're gonna do is click on Start, Apache Start. So what we're gonna do is Apache Start. Zoom in right here, Apache Start, and when you start it, you'll get a lovely little thing like this. Apache 2 is starting. Leave this window open. Even though if it looks like it's not working, it is working. So if you want to review a website, all you have to do is zoom out, localhost, followed by the 2 colons. Let me zoom in so you guys can see right there, and then type in 8245 or your IP, whichever IP you used, and voila. So what now? So how are you gonna get other people to connect? Well, obviously you don't want people to know your IP. So what you want to do is go to this lovely thing called knowip.org. Is it .org? Yep, .org. Alright, so right here you can make an account. It's free, by the way. You can make a quick account. Go to add host. Well, in my case, manage. But you'll be saying add host, and you're gonna go to port 80 redirect right here, right there, and then type in your IP address. You can find that with whatismyip.com, and for the port, type in the port that you used. I used 8245. Whichever port you use, just put it on there. And there's modify port redirect or add port redirect for you, and you can type, and there's your dynamic DNS right there. So you can have others type it in right there, and it will go, and they'll be able to view the website perfectly fine. So what else should we do? Alright, so suppose you know, people still can't, or when you start Apache, it keeps on giving you error. So what you do, make sure you don't have Apache running. So what you want to do is go to Control Panel. Make sure you're in Classic View. If you have XP or something, it's much easier. Go to Administrative Tools, Services, and then Apache 2.2. Make sure it doesn't say start or stop. And if it's starting, make sure you stop it. Once it's stopped, you can start it up with your Apache launcher, which might be App Server or Xampp. Okay, so if you have the repack, all you do is pretty much the same exact thing, but instead of putting it in Xampp or whatever, go to your server files, htdocs, and just paste it right on there. And that's about it. So you should be having your website installation launched. And if you have any questions or concern, post a comment, and I'll get back to you if I can. Anyway, this has been brought to you by LilNate22. Enjoy.